But when it does start,
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
what's going on, everybody, and welcome on into Unsportsmanlike Conduct, episode number 137. I am Steve. I got Ant, who favorite thing in the world, moving. What's going on, sir?
Yeah, just trying to get settled in. That's sorry for the echo. It's gonna sound like that all night. So
Echo Niner.
yeah.
I want to send out an APB before we go any further. I did this on last week's show, and kind of touched on the Mets show, the Put in the Book show, just a little while ago. Frank Terzio, sending it out there. We haven't seen you in months. We don't know what's going on. I don't know if you're in Colombia with the wife and something transpired. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to air any of that business. So we need you to make some contact and provide some proof of life.
We just want to make sure you're okay.
That's it. That's it. And we're in that business of making sure everybody's good. Timmy will be here in just a little bit. We got plenty to talk about, NFL stuff. Clearly, some NFL wheeling and dealing this week. A lot of it. And then we do have a couple of big NBA items. Mr. Bam Adebayo scores 83 points last night for the Miami Heat. And Jaylen Brown gets ejected from a game in the second quarter. Shenanigans. I don't know if you saw what transpired there, but we're going to get into that. We'll get Timmy's thoughts on that one as well. But before we get to all that, we know that we will, the one guy who's gotten too big for us, Ant. Dave's not here. We don't know where he is. He's doing big things, though. Do
we need to put out an APB for him as well?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. But
maybe not.
He had nothing to say about the Bucks
things
and what's going on there. No, we can reel him back in. But let's get it started, sir. And we'll hit up the NBA right on the other side of this bad boy.
The Florida Panthers win their second consecutive Stanley Cup. For the first time, the NBA champion resides in Oklahoma City. Seattle reigns above them all in the NFL. To beat the champ, you gotta knock him out. The Dodgers stand tall.
You are dealing with the best in the world.
Acknowledge me.
Careful, punk. Talking about burying the man next to his father. Yeah, can't do all that. All right.
We'll save that for hour 3.
Don't do that. Can't do that either. All right. So we'll start off here with the big news from yesterday, and that is Bam Adebayo of the Miami Heat scoring 83 points, second most ever in the history of the game, behind Will Chamberlain, passing Kobe Bean Bryant. So I just want to throw out some stats out there, and then we'll hit what Jonathan Zaslow said today about the game on the Dan Le Batard show today. But and I'm surprised that that Melo doesn't want to be here for this. But Bam with 83 points, 36 of 43 from the line, 20-43 field goal, 7 of 22 from 3-point range. Bam taking 22 3-point shots. Boss baby, what's going on? Love it. Love the logo. If you're watching us, share us out. Get all that stuff going there. 31 points in the first quarter for Bam, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Outside of the points, obviously. First half, 43 points. And so I just turn it to negative town for just a moment here, sir. First player, and I don't know why they have to call this out, but first player in NBA history to score more than 70 points while shooting less than 50% from the field. and then of course the Heat had a pretty hefty lead there. But I do want to get to what Zaslow said. So let's do this. I know that you haven't seen this yet, so you get to react to it real time.
All right, let's hear it.
I look like Jason Statham. I've gotten that before. Yeah, for sure. Hey, especially if I take off the hat. I'm far less dangerous and I have far less money.
You are the beekeeper.
Oh shit! All right, there's Timmy. We get Timmy here involved. Maybe. There he goes. Awesome. There's Timmy T. Timmy T, what's going on, sir?
What the hell am I looking at?
You're looking at, this is Jonathan Zaslow, so to catch you up here for a second. Bam Adebayo scored 83 points for the Miami Heat yesterday. Whether, you know, what side of the fence you're on, whether it was a good 83 points or bad 83 points, I don't know where you land in that. But Timmy, he took, 40 whatever, free throws, 22 3-pointers. And oddly enough, they want to call out that he is the only player in NBA history to score 70 points on less than 50% shooting from the field. But there were some shenanigans that went on, and Zaslow is going to mention that here. So Zaslow is local down here, and he was on the Dan Le Batard show, as he does these days. And this is what he had to say about the entire situation.
I think you're going to hear, I think today is going to be rather ugly, the reaction. This performance is not going to be remembered fondly. It's just not. Part of it is
by Heat fans, it will be.
Heat fans, it will be. And everyone in that building last night had a great time. And that's really important. Okay. But this game is not going to be remembered fondly because the final, it was like 5 minutes or whatever, was a lot of bullshit. And I will tell you, the bullshit started with the Wizards. Okay. The Wizards were doing the bullshit.
Important note.
They're double. I've never seen it before. They're double and triple teaming Bam full court, not even like an inbounds play.
Look at this.
Full court, they're double and triple teaming in a game that the Heat are up by 25 points. And so then the Heat's response that is, okay, we're going to do bullshit too. And we're going to foul. And so that we can get the ball back. And then we're going to, and the Wizards and the Heat are both going to challenge plays with under 2.5 minutes left. And Keyshawn Johnson is going to miss a free throw on purpose so that Bam can try and get the offensive rebound. Like it was a lot of nonsense in the final few minutes that unfortunately I think is going to have people speaking about this performance in an extremely negative fashion, as we heard right there, when the reality of it is for 3.5 quarters, Bam was incredible.
The first quarter.
All right. That's what Zaslow had to say about the situation. Ant, we'll start with you. Resident Miami Heat fan, since that other guy is in Georgia, ignoring us.
So can I? I'm gonna read an excerpt from someone that I don't like to read excerpts from.
It's not from the Bible, is it? Sorry,
Colin Coward. That was good. This is from Colin Coward. Bam Adebayo scored 83 points last night. Everybody is attacking him. This is what we do in America. The minute there's success, we have to tear everybody down. 83 is 83. He's an excellent basketball player. When Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points, his team was fouling the Knicks to get extra possessions. When Kobe scored 81 against an awful Raptors team, the Lakers led by 15 with 4:30 left, and Kobe scored another 11 points. Bam had 31 in the first, 62 after 3 quarters. It was totally legitimate. Every star in this league has had their chance to play the Wizards, and they don't score 83. That was the first one I wanted to point out, and then the second thing I wanted to point out is that fourth quarter points in Wilt's 100-point game, in Kobe's 81-point game, and then last night with Bam. Wilt scored 31 of his 100 in the fourth quarter. Kobe scored 28 of his 81 in the fourth quarter. Bam only scored 21 of his 83 in the fourth quarter. I hate agreeing with Colin Coward because I'm not a big fan.
Same. I'm agreeing with you on that.
But every now and then, what's the meme? There's a meme that goes around when the worst person you know says something intelligent, and it's like that's kind of how I felt about that. It's ridiculous that in today's world, and we're all guilty of this at different times with various things. I'm not going to say we aren't. I'm not trying to exclude myself from this. I've done it before too. I openly dislike Nikola Jokic for no other reason than he is Nikola Jokic. I don't have a valid reason. He actually seems like a fun person. I don't like him as a basketball player, and I hope he doesn't win MVP. And I've said this openly. I don't have a legitimate reason to dislike him. I just don't like him. There is something in today's world where if something is, when we judge something, it has to either be the greatest thing we've ever seen or the worst thing we've ever seen. And there is no more middle ground. And that is really bad because in situations like this, yes, is Bam Adebayo like a top 5 best NBA player ever? Of course he isn't. Is Bam Adebayo a top 25 NBA player ever? No, he isn't. I could probably keep going on that list, but you get the point I'm trying to make.
Mm-hmm.
The fact of the matter is he still scored 83 points in a basketball game. There has been tens of thousands of people to play NBA games over the last 100 years. And nobody, aside from Will Chamberlain, has scored more points than him in a game. That's an accomplishment. That's unbelievable. Like, no matter how they got it, listen, to get that many points in a basketball game, there's only 48 minutes. So you do the math on how many shots.
And he played 42.
And he played 42.
And you also have to not have Tyler Hero in the lineup, which is not a difficult thing.
We'll leave that part alone.
That's the first thing that I looked at. I swear to you. That's the first thing I looked at. I said, there's no way Tyler Hero is playing in this game.
I won't lie to you. When I saw that he had like what was it? I saw when he had 30 something in the first quarter. I'm like, damn, how many does Hero have? And I went and looked, and I'm like, oh, he's not playing. Duh.
That explains it.
No. But it's a shame that we can't appreciate it for what it is. Yes, to get that many points in an NBA game, there has to be some tomfuckery going on. That's the only way it's going to happen. Because like it's just not possible to score that many points within a certain amount of time without you being a little ball hoggy, without you taking some extra shots that you probably shouldn't have taken, with you getting a little bit of bounces going your way. There was, I won't lie, I will say on the foul calls, I only thought there was like 2, maybe 3 foul calls that were a little bit questionable. He wasn't getting like the SGA treatment. Like if you go back and watch, if you go back and watch, there's a Twitter clip going around of all the fouls he took.
Yeah, I did see that.
Line. And there's some rough ones in there. Like there's a couple that I'm like, wow, that wasn't a flagrant.
See, my issue. I mean, and it also you have to include that there's going to be a trash team in there. A lot of the fouls were accurate, but they were just bad defensive fouls. A lot of them. If like he's driving the lane, nobody's getting in front of him, but they're swiping. So and he's big and he's strong enough to still drive to the basket, even though he's getting hacked. Make it seem easier, and it really is. I mean, for those athletes, it's a lot. It's easy to just go past somebody when they're doing that defense. You know, nobody's challenging him to get in front of him. They grabbed him a few times, really, really good. But a lot of the fouls were that, you know, reach in, swipes as he's going to the basket. But like you said, and you can never take that away from him. I guess the optics are, you know, that one missed free throw that was on purpose where he chucked it at the rim. I don't remember who was at the line. It was like 1:40 to go, and the Heat player was at the line, second free throw, and he just chucked it as if you would do it, as if you want to miss the second free throw on purpose to get another possession. But it was 1:43 to go, and they were up by 20. And so I guess the optics of that type of thing, I guess, but you still can't take away 83 points. 83 points.
But the thing that bothers me about that is like, okay, so when Kobe scores his 81, Kobe scored his last 2 points with 25 seconds remaining in the game, and they were to put the Lakers up to 22 points, a 22-point lead with 20 plus seconds left. But we don't talk about that because it's Kobe. It's fine. And I'm not trying to say anything negative about Kobe. I'm really not. I'll save that argument for other days. But it's the same thing. Like, it goes back to what Coward said. Like, there is going to be some tomfuckery going on for you to score that many points. It is what it is. Enjoy it. There's a reason it's only happened 3 times in NBA history. How about that?
Yep.
Even Will Chamberlain, a man that was 7 feet tall, playing against mere mortals of 6'1" that were plumbers during the day, you know, scoring 100. It doesn't matter, you know. And I think. I think it's silly.
Speaking of plumbers and electricians, did you see what the electrician from Czechoslovakia did in the World Baseball Classic? Guy is an electrician. He's an electrician. Does stuff.
What was it 5 1/3 scoreless? Was it 5 1/3?
It was. I thought it was 4 2/3, but either way,
4 2/3.
4 2/3 or 5 1/3 scoreless against the Japanese team.
He got pulled out of the game and then went and fixed the light bulb.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to crack jokes on his expense. That's a phenomenal feat for someone that has just a regular Joe. Yeah,
they pull the one down. It's the EFIS, 71 miles an hour. Like it looked silly out there. Tiny getting a little of his own medicine there. All right, one other thing in the NBA, Timmy, and this is involving your Boston Celtics from last night. Not sure if you saw,
real quick. And check your microphone. I think we hear you through your computer.
No, it's. Remember when I moved to the new house and I was in the room with echo?
It's just me.
Oh, it's the echo.
Yeah, we were playing.
So at first too, we did that. Remember that one?
No, you know what? On that subject though, yeah, like you said, there's going to be tomfuckery, of course. Remember, I know you both going to hate the fact that I bring that game up. Jordan against the Heat, he had a bad first quarter, and they were fucking ragging on him. He goes, okay, let me show you what happens when you rag on me. The dude exploded for 60-something points. Now, did he ball hog? Of course he did. Did he pass? No. There's always going to be something going on when you score that many points. But this is why I see it too. If you have 60 points in the third quarter, everyone just shut the fuck up. Who cares? Yeah. The guy's got 60. Let him go for 100. Who cares? I don't mean let him score. I just mean, if you're going to do it, you do it. Why do I got to bitch about everything all the time?
Yeah, that's what Ann said. That's I know. I agree. It just was. It's that, and that's what my point in them pointing out. Always the only player to score over 70 points on less than 50% free throw shooting from the field. Again, who cares? The Wizards are just awful, and again with the Olay fouls, letting him go to the free throw line, turning the ball over. That one where Bam, he was bad. They actually played good defense on him. He's backing them down, and he turned the ball over, and the Wizards just turned it right back over, and Bam was already under the basket for an easy score. So And the Washington. So now, Pete Alonso, you've gone from going to Madison Square Garden, seeing the Knicks. Now you go watch the Washington Wizards. You bum.
Well, what's funny about that is that I actually got tickets from work. I'm going to see the Magic play the Wizards tomorrow night in Orlando.
They should just pick out people from the crowd to play alongside the Wizards.
Well, I was thinking about it, and I was like, man, I should probably throw some money on this. Banchero, whatever his points total is, let's go over. See how this goes.
That's right.
Because what's going to happen now. The rest of the season, every player that they play against the rest of the season is going to be like, all right, season high time. Let's go. I'm dropping 50 tonight.
Because what does Bam average? 24, 23?
No, like 20.
20.
Right,
okay.
He might be higher this year.
21, 20 to 24. It's not 83. It's not 28.
It's 20 flat. His regular season points.
Okay.
Yeah. It was upped obviously a little bit by the
end. That'll do it. That'll help. All right, let's get.
I'm surprised Cowherd still that for him.
I was too. I was
surprised Cowherd still that for him.
All right, so I have two things to say. One of them is me as a Heat fan. I have begged for years to see Bam Adebayo play an assertive offensive game like he did last night, because everyone's gonna right now. Because 10 years from now, I think it was Giannis said it best. 20 years from now, no one's gonna be talking about that shit. They're just gonna be like, "Yo, Bam had 83 points." And he's right. That's 100% accurate.
Can I? Let me interrupt you right there for 1 second, because Mad Dog, he said anybody who knows basketball remembers Kobe Bryant's shooting from that game, the exact numbers from the free throw line and the exact numbers from the field. He says, if you don't remember, because he was responding to that, and he said, if you don't remember that, you don't know basketball.
I'm sure he didn't remember it until his stats person handed him the sheet before the show started.
No, I think this guy knows everything. I think Russo knows everything. He has his stats from the 50s, Havlicek.
Anyways, you just brought up a Celtics player, so I'm not going to get going. Two things with the Heat, with Bam. One thing, as a Heat fan, for almost his whole career, we have longed to see Bam play an assertive offensive game. And he's always been extremely passive offensively. It's why his point totals are never high, and it's why everyone's always frustrated with him offensively. Defensively, there's nothing you can say bad about him because he plays phenomenal defense. So I'm hoping a game like this is something that propels him to maybe be a little more assertive going forward offensively. Like, okay, I could do this. Like, what can I do if I just, put my head down every now and then and go to the hoop? Like, if I just decide, hey, I'm getting to the rim, and I'm not saying it wasn't against the Wizards because it was, and we know they suck. But that's neither here nor there. It's you need to be more assertive, and he played that way last night, and we saw what the result was. So I wanted to bring that up. The second thing, I don't have it handy. We can move on. I don't have it yet.
Okay. All right. So let's other big news of the night yesterday, in a big matchup between the Celtics and the Spurs in San Antonio. Jaylen Brown has been, up near the top of the MVP consideration for the entirety of the year because the Celtics were not supposed to be the 2 seed at this point, with Tatum coming back. So this was a big call in this game. Obviously, he's not happy, but let's take a look at it, and then we'll talk about it on the other side.
I feel like the DVD logo should be bouncing across the screen.
So I'll just fully admit that I thought I was sharing that whole time.
Oh, I was wondering. I was like,
and I was like, what? Why? What do you mean it's doing that? What are you talking about? I'm watching the whole thing right here. All right, now let's get to. I couldn't even get my closing words out and put it in the bookshelf. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Things others can't. There he is there, continuing to double Brown. Oh, this is going to set Jaylen Brown off. He thought he was pushed out of bounds. He's telling Tyler Ford he might pick up a technical foul here. He may pick up a technical here. He ran at Ford to have some words there, and the technical is called. He's saying I got pushed out of bounds. And he might be right. Yeah, he's hot. He can't get thrown out. Oh, he just did. Oh, my goodness. Come on. And it wasn't Ford, the crew chief, who gave him the second tee. Sias Mehta, who was on the other side, gave him the second tee. And Brown wants more. He is furious at Ford. And now has to be restrained. And the Celtics security detail is there to help Brown.
Okay. So, first off, he did get pushed. Got pushed out of bounds. Pushed on that.
We all saw it. I think we were all agree on that.
Right, and not for nothing, but the referee was right there. Right? So that should have been called a foul, obviously. He gets called for losing the ball out of bounds. San Antonio ball. So he gets in the ref's face, gets the technical, fine. The other guy, the kid ref, not the crew chief, he's the one who tossed Jaylen Brown, not the original guy, not the guy who was giving it to. I mean, he did go, point at him and go towards his direction. But I two things here. Number one, obviously they got it wrong, which led to all of this. And he's right there. That's we talk about officiating in every single sport. It's annoying. But then on the other side of it is a nationally televised game. It's Jaylen Brown. It's Wemby. Both guys going for the MVP. Less than 16 games to go or whatever the case may be. Nationally televised game. And this young jerk referee is taking the entire game into his hands, tossing him. You saw the reaction by all the Celtics players like, oh, my God, he got thrown out. So that's my take on it. It's referees and these umps, and we got to get this shit together because this is a big. Not that I mind that the Celtics lost, but that's a big game and an awful call early in the game, and it's still before halftime. Timmy, Celtics fan, I know that this is not one of your favorite things. What happened here? But I think it's all obvious to see. Like this referee should be fined.
Oh, definitely, definitely. And not only that, the other
performance review. Get out of here.
Who are you to throw him out? You had nothing to do with the play. You had nothing to do with that. You stay out of it. It had nothing to do with you. You get that the technical walk on. And it's not for nothing. Jalen Brown should have shut up. But
yep.
I mean, like I said, how bad that call was at this time of the year. Forget the MVP. They're going for their playoff lives also. Yes, I know they're second team. That doesn't mean anything. I'm just saying, horrible call.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure they're gonna try to figure out how to make robot refs now in basketball. They're trying to figure that out next.
It's working good in baseball so far. Not
to change. Did you see the Real Mutual one?
No,
you didn't see that. He the ref, the ump was throwing the ball back when he wanted to throw it to the pitcher. So Real Mutual, a ball hit the dirt. Real Mutual went like this to get the ball, and the ump didn't dub it fast enough, so he took his glove away, and the ump dropped the ball. He thought Real Mutual was fucking with him. He threw him out of the game.
Oh my God!
Look it up. You have to play it. You have to play it. You have to look it up because it's one of the Real Mutual. What are you doing? You've been throwing the ball back to the pitcher. So when I reached my glove back and you didn't give it to me, I just put my hand down. He said, "No, you were fucking with me," and he threw him out of the game. Absolutely one of the worst.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah, this is from like a year or two ago. I
thought it was this year.
No.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was this year. Because all the talk with the robot ump, it's heating up. I just saw it today.
I'll play this when we do, but it's crazy anyway.
I just saw it today. I thought it was this year. What a dumb way to get thrown out of a game, even spring training or not.
Was it? Yeah. All right, Ant. What do you? I mean, I can only imagine your thoughts. Even though
the referee's clearly wrong. It's a bad call. Jalen Brown though has to get himself under control there. Okay, he gave him a lot of leeway. Like the fact he let him follow him back down the court and didn't tee him up already, I thought he gave him more than enough space. Then to tee him up and for him to just keep going, this is what was going to happen. I feel like when a player does something like that, they're almost asking "Hey, I don't want to play tonight. Just get me out of here." And I'm not trying to excuse the call. It's an egregious call. He very clearly got pushed. It wasn't like it was a close call or a question. He got pushed. So that part of it is hard. And I won't lie to you, I haven't watched a ton of Celtics games this year, but from my past watching of NBA basketball games of Jalen Brown, I don't feel he's a player that is constantly asking for calls. So it is.
He just went off a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
He talking about how he doesn't flop. He plays the game hard, which I agree with. I mean,
I do too.
As made evident as all the black smudges on everybody's jerseys.
Should a play like that be reviewable? I think so. Or why can't one of the umpires go a set of balls and say, "Idiot, he got pushed"? No call.
Well, it depends on the challenge situation.
I don't think that's a challengeable foul call, though. Can you challenge a foul call like that? Because it wasn't. Timeout. It wasn't a foul call. That's what I mean.
It wasn't a foul call.
Oh yeah.
That's
but what they could have done.
Call timeout.
Because when you review one thing, they look at it all. So the Celtics could have challenged, even though if they were going to call it out of bounds, it was clearly out of bounds on Brown. But if they would have challenged the out of bound calls, they would have had to review the play, and maybe they could have gone back and called the foul.
Are they allowed to see something like that?
Yeah.
They are.
Okay. Yep. Yes. So I maybe I'm just being too smart for my own good there. But anyway, it doesn't matter because it happened. And refs need to get their shit together. But you guys are 1,000% right on Brown too. He's been in the league long enough to know, you're making all that money. You're the guy right now. Tatum's just working his way back. So you're an important. You've shown all year. You know how important you are to the Celtics team. So twofold. But there was an ignition to the firestorm. All right, so that's
any other NBA stuff.
Yeah, sure. What do we got?
No, I'm asking. I didn't have anything to bring.
Oh, I don't have anything else. Those are the two big things here. Playoffs coming. We'll talk more about that later.
I'll bring one thing up. I'll bring one thing up, and then we can move on. If the playoffs started today, it would be Miami, New York, first round, 3 versus 6. Just pointing it up.
You know, I got to be careful what I wish for. So I would love to eliminate the Heat again, but you never know. Bam ain't putting no 83 against us. Okay, number one defense in the league last month and a half.
Cat will stop them.
Hey, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
I'm not even trying
Mitchell
to be
Robinson.
funny and just think
Mitchell Robinson. Okay, that's
Mitchell
what I'm
Robinson
about.
plays defense, but the other one doesn't.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't play offense.
Don't feel bad though. The Cavs are winning, so technically, I think they jump you guys if they win tonight. If I'm not mistaken.
Well,
right?
we're look at that. We're down by 15 in fucking Utah.
Don't worry, they're gonna pull all of their good players for the fourth quarter, and you guys will come back and win. That's what they do.
The Knicks will pay the fine.
Yeah.
You see, all right. Let's get out of NBA. Let's get to the NFL.
Yes. No World Baseball Classic. No World Baseball Classic.
But that'll be the end. What do we got? What's the score on this game?
I only saw it after like the second inning. It was 1-0.
No, it's definitely more than that now. It is 9-1 Italy.
Oh, so game's over. So wait, does that means US is in, right?
Yes. Okay. If Mexico would have won and scored less than 4 runs, then we would have been out.
They're going to lose
in the knockout. I mean, before the knockout. Jesus Christ. And yesterday was a whole. Well, we'll get to that.
Canada beat Cuba. What the hell?
Who's playing? Oh, Dominican Republic and Venezuela also playing. Yeah, Canada. If all holds now, the semifinals is going to be the United States and Canada next game.
Nice.
And we get to eliminate the asses.
Wipe them out
again.
USA!
All right, where's our football stuff? Let's get into some football.
Just not to backtrack. Is the tiebreaker run differential or is the tiebreaker run scored?
Run scored, not differential.
It should be differential, but that's fine. We'll move on.
Yeah, I agree 1,000% with you on that. And I didn't. Neither did the manager of the team know the rules. Because he said before the game yesterday, he said even though we've punched our ticket, and there was no ticket punched yet. Okay. What's his name? Mark DeRosa from MLB Network. He's the manager, and he's going to be taking some heat for that.
Who do you guys? Obviously, we're all rooting for USA. Who do you guys think is going to win, though?
The Dominican Republic team is insane.
It's pretty nasty. That's what I was thinking too.
They left Soto in the other day just to end it in a 2-run shot in the mercy rule in the 7th inning.
Yeah, they had a plus 29 run differential coming into the game today, and they're up 4, which is absurd because it's only in 3 games they had a plus 29 run differential. That's a lot for 3 games. They're basically beating everyone by 10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah. And if you watch them, they're having a blast too, which that helps. All right, NFL. We'll start with. We got to start with Maxx Crosby. Maxx Crosby. Boy. Ravens gave up 2 first-round picks for him, and then said, "Nah, we good." Even though they knew what he was coming off of, so they jump out of that. First of all, your thoughts, Timmy, on that? Ravens losing what they never had, or backing out of what they never had.
I mean, I guess you could always use more defense, but defense was never their problem. Offense is their problem. So why were they giving up that many picks, that much stuff for? I'm not gonna say washed up. He's not washed up, but he's an older player coming off of surgery. Didn't make any sense to me. So I probably would have backed out too after I seen the medical report or whatever was going on with the surgery that he had in January. So,
well, and now you think about it, and they don't do that deal, so they keep their the two first round picks, and they pivot today and sign Trey Hendrickson away from Cincinnati. Timeout.
30-second timeout. 30-second timeout. They did not pivot. They were talking to Trey Hendrickson while they had Maxx Crosby in the building.
Yes.
Which is fucked up. And
and he was taking pictures of the skyline and everything.
His whole family was in the building with him. His whole family is in the building with him, and they're like, hey, Trey, don't worry about the news. We're gonna sign you. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, the fact that that's allowed to happen, they should be punished. I'm just saying. I understand that because of the legal tampering period, that technically they didn't do anything illegal. First of all, we need to get rid of that shit. Like, free agency is either open or not open. There is none of this legal tampering bullshit. I think it's so stupid.
Everybody signed on Monday before, everybody signed on Monday.
Hey guys, free agency's open. Here's 12 players immediately handing in a contract that's already fully negotiated and ready to sign.
All right.
We negotiated this in 0.8 seconds. Thanks.
Yeah, like the old days where the player would be like, I got a phone call at midnight on the dot from a head coach. That's free agency.
Uh-huh.
That's like a real free agency. Oh, my deal's done already. I have to wait till Monday to sign it. No, that's not free agency.
What about the team's whole entire hierarchy waiting outside his house till midnight struck to go talk to him? Like, do you see the limousine parked out front with the owner and coaches, and they're all just waiting till midnight to go and talk to the guy? Those killed me. Oh my god, those were hilarious. What's funny about that is that his agent had to coordinate all of that ahead of time, which means that his agent was already talking to the team about his availability.
My God.
Fucking tampering. But I think that rule is stupid anyway. But we'll move on.
Everybody has said it. Yeah, everybody's like, all right.
Rules are dumb. The Rooney rule is dumb. You want who you want. You don't have to. Why insult a couple of coaches?
The Rooney rule has
stupid rule.
I agree with the purpose of the Rooney rule. I don't agree with what it has become. Because what it has become is a joke. It really is. Like, there are coaches.
It's insulting. Isn't it insulting?
It is. 100%. 100%. They're literally brought in just so they can satisfy them.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, hey, Antonio Pierce, we don't want you, but we have to talk to you for 10 minutes so we can hire Jim Harbaugh, just so you know that. Mm-hmm. It's insulting. I hate that rule. They got to get rid of that rule.
Yeah.
Do we want to run through some other signings?
And this one, too, like you said.
Yeah. You have
these
them in front of you?
are signed already. Well, they're negotiated already. And on Monday they signed. That's bullshit.
Well, and you know what happened? Did you see what happened this morning with Adam Schefter? He was live on Get Up, and Trey Hendrickson called him. He said, "Hey, what's up, man? We're on Get Up right now." He said he told Greeny, he's like, go talk to the other guys. He's like, "Hey, hey, what's up, man? We're on Get Up right now." And then they cut away from him. Fucking Schefter.
By the way, newsflash: Stalker Tim finally had a conversation with Michael Strahan. Finally.
Oh, what?
I finally got him after all these years. I figured out when they go to the bathroom during GMA every day. So I was down there, I was hanging out, and he was coming by. He was like, "Good morning." I said, "Good morning." I said, "Who the Giants taking?" He goes, "I don't know, man, but I wish we didn't win those last couple games. I can't imagine having the free agents that we just signed plus those first round picks would have been ridiculous." I was like, "I agree with you." I said, "What about Jeremiah Love? Would you take him? Because if he's there, I would take him. Got to be honest with you. Because that guy is a freak." I was like, "Okay, yeah, that was it. That was our whole."
Oh, he did say that. Oh, that was him saying he would take him.
That was him saying it. That was our whole conversation. I was like, "I made contact. That's all I care about. I made contact. I'm happy now."
Well, yeah, that's really good. You've met and fraternized with some New York Giants defensive legends.
That's it,
including the stump.
Now we'll take it from there.
Yeah, there you go. Now this is onward and upwards. This is a relationship.
That's like the eye contact. Now I got to get him like a little, like buy him some flowers, and then so I'm moving on to the next level.
Would you guys really want to take Jeremiah Love there at 5?
Are you trying to say that maybe we're like there should be some PTSD involved in that?
No, I wasn't even going to bring up the Saquon thing. I was going to say, so here, I'll lay out the top 5. I'll lay out the top 4, and you tell me what you think is right. So Fernando Mendoza goes 1. Okay, that's pretty much a foregone conclusion. It seems like Arvell Reese is going to go 2 to the New York Jets, the linebacker/edge from Ohio State.
And Mendoza's going to have a really good fucking center.
I don't think he's good, but that's besides the point. Mendoza, not the center. I think Linderbaum's great.
Okay. I thought I was like, where? Whoa.
No, Linderbaum's great. Linderbaum's fantastic. I'm not sold on Mendoza, but that's beside the point. So that leaves Mendoza and Reese off the board. It sounds like the Cardinals are going to go offensive line. So it's either the Francis Mauiga, however you say his name, from Miami, or Spencer Fanu. And then at 4 with the Titans, I personally think they're going to take Sonny Styles just because I think he's like the most diverse. Put it this way. Their head coach is Robert Saleh. I'm not saying that Sonny Styles can be Fred Warner, but I'm saying that Robert Saleh would love to have a player that could play similar to Fred Warner. And I think Sonny Styles is a great football player. That would leave you guys on the clock with either Spencer Fanu or Magua, however you say his fucking name, on the clock, and Jeremiah Love. Would you take Jeremiah Love over the tackles? This is what I was getting to. Would you take him over one of the tackles?
That's quite the dilemma.
Timmy, it's your boy.
I know the Notre Dame connection. The Notre Dame connection is there, but
you gotta protect the investment.
I like Caleb Downs right now.
Oh God,
I love that kid. I think that kid would make a massive difference on that defense. We just signed 2 linebackers, Tremaine Edwards, I'm going. I wouldn't mind Cardinal Tate either. They didn't get their weapons yet.
Not sold on Tate,
but what I want Jeremiah Love though. I mean, I wouldn't say no.
I will say this. There was some talk about Caleb Downs possibly having like some degenerative knee issues. I think Caleb Downs might be the best pure take position value out of it. I think Caleb Downs might be the best player.
That's my number one.
Fantastic player.
That's my number one pick. Who I want to use at 5 is Caleb Downs. He transforms your defense, like you said, and he is the best athlete in the draft. They say. Would I be upset at Jeremiah Love? I wouldn't be upset because he's not just a running back; he's also a great receiver. So
he's a playmaker. 100%.
Yeah. So I mean, I wouldn't be screaming when we're live on draft day. I won't be screaming and crying.
And there's a big difference between this Giants team and that Giants team.
Yeah, and I would even be happy with
talent-wise
the Samoan. I'll take him too. I wouldn't be upset with either one of them, but my focus right now is Caleb Downs. That's my number one guy.
There's very few when you watch a football game. I won't say NFL because college counts. When you watch a football game, there's very few times that you watch that game and a safety stands out the way that Caleb Downs does. He reminds me so much of Kyle Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton's a lot bigger, obviously, but he reminds me in the way he plays in terms of he can play. He can help you in the running game where he can run defend. He can play center field if you need to play center field. If you need him to be a big nickel, he can be a big nickel. Like he can do so many different things. He's not the biggest guy, but he's just a playmaker defensively. I think he's fantastic.
So they actually have on the latest ESPN mock draft after free agency, they do have Caleb Downs going to the Giants at 5.
Yeah, little pick for you guys.
Well, of course.
So this is all right. So it's
Mel Kiper hasn't taken Cardinal Tate, so we don't have taken him.
Go run through 1 through 5. Obviously,
Mendoza at 1, David Bailey number 2 going to the Jets.
David Bailey number 2. Okay, interesting.
Arizona Arvell Reese, Tennessee Cardinal Tate. Is that
I could see that.
2 Ohio State in a row. Caleb Downs, 3 Ohio State in a row.
Sonny Styles 6.
Monroe Freeling, number 6 to the Browns. Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love and going to the Commanders in this scenario, Timmy.
That I do not.
We're not on board with that. Makai Lemon to the Saints at number 8. Francis Mauiga to the Chiefs. and Ruben Bain going to the Bengals.
Who goes 11?
They only did the top 10, but
Oh,
I don't have a number 11 for you.
I'm looking at what is this, Tankathon? Looking at their mock draft. They have Mendoza 1, Arbel Reese 2, Maui Goa 3, Jeremiah Love 4 to Tennessee, which I think is interesting. Sonny Styles 5 to you guys. I like Sonny Styles a lot. I just think it's hard to take an off-ball linebacker that high.
What do we got? 6 weeks?
Yeah. Is it 6 weeks? Yeah, it's about 6 weeks.
6 weeks or so, Timmy. I'm cleared. Oh wait, what happened? Timmy's been frozen there. We don't even realize. We're talking to Timmy, and we're like, hey,
No,
There's
The
two
wife-
Timmys.
the Wi-Fi shot, so I'm saying, let me go on my phone. It'd be better.
look at you. Is this like? Does this cause any trouble within our universe? Okay, he's gone.
I'm
the
gone.
other Timmy's left.
Switch it. Steve, switch it.
We had like what is it called?
Sorry.
Switch it, Steve. Thank you.
Okay, now I can get back. Yeah, the Wi-Fi
We
was
had
driving
two Timmys
crazy.
for a second. We were back to 4.
Just running through this mock draft here.
I miss Dave so much. I had to make 2 of myself.
Just running through this mock draft, some of the interesting names. They have Kenyon Sadiq going 15 to Oregon. For those that don't know, Kenyon Sadiq ran as fast.
There's no Oregon in the NFL. No Oregon.
What did I say?
You said he's
Tampa,
going to Oregon.
sorry. He's from Oregon. Tampa. Right, 15.
Yeah, why can't
From Oregon.
Okay, but now why
Going
can't
to
I
Tampa.
hear? I can't hear Anthony for some reason.
I got you, Ant.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Hello, Timmy.
Volume's up. I hear Farace.
Can you hear me?
I hear you
Can you
perfectly.
hear me better now?
That's
Can you
odd.
hear me better now? And now?
He's not hearing you.
Why can't I hear?
No, I can hear you, Ant. I can hear you.
That's very weird. I don't
Timmy,
know what to
leave and
say.
come back.
All right.
That happens to Rodriguez sometimes.
But it had Kenyon Sadiq going 15 to Tampa. I think that's a really good pick for them. They need another weapon now that they lost Mike Evans.
Mm-hmm. Same for him.
This is a pick that I think you as a Giants fan hope doesn't happen. They have Caden Proctor going 23 to the Eagles. You don't want that man to end up in Philadelphia. And wasn't there one more?
Well, and then the first team that they pivoted to when they were talking about Maxx Crosby was the Eagles. They're like, the Eagles need to get in there and contact.
Can you hear me, Tim?
Now I got you. Good.
I am.
Beautiful.
See, I know
I
the
can
fixes.
listen.
It happens to Rodriguez all the time.
That's weird.
All right, Ant, what let's run down the list of some of the bigger free agent signings.
Yes.
And of course, the monumental trade brings Geno Smith full circle.
Wait, it was a trade?
It was a trade, yeah. It was just a pick swap though. It was, what was it? Raiders sent Geno and a 7th for the Jets 6th.
Why would the Jets do that? Why not just wait till he gets released?
What was the reason? They were just, yeah. Well, they did say that the Raiders were in a situation where they could have just kept him or some point. Not that they
But
would
already
have.
said they already announced they were releasing him.
Well, it's the same. Who's the other guy? Kyler Murray. Was it Kyler Murray?
He's going to Minnesota.
He's going to visit there tomorrow. I think that'll be done.
Supposedly, he's talking to executives tonight via Skype.
Oh, okay.
According to his agent, he's talking to people tonight via Skype.
All right. What else was out there?
So for free agency, I have it sorted by team right now. There was only a couple of teams that I thought had like solid free agent starts. I don't know what the Jets are doing. I know that some people may disagree with that. I don't understand any of the moves they've made. Well, a couple of them I get, but some of them make no sense to me. I don't know what direction they're trying to go. I don't know if they're trying to be competitive or if they're
The
trying
same
to,
direction that they've been going for since 1969.
but just none of it makes sense. You franchise tag Breece Hall, you trade for Geno Smith, you sign Jelani Woods, you also sign David Onyemata, who's like 32. You trade Jermaine Johnson for Devondre Swift, you turn around and sign Demario Davis. I like Demario Davis. I think he's a good player. I don't know why he's in New York.
You know what?
You trade for Minka Fitzpatrick. What the why?
He's made 9 trades. That GM, and I don't know, is it the sake of turnover for turnover? You know, just swapping people out, making trades for the hell of it, scenery. I don't know what the hell he's doing. It's the Jets. I have no explanation.
That's how it feels, though. I mean,
the guy who was calling the Mets spring training game the other day, he's Steve Gelbs. He does the Jets pregame, and Keith Hernandez said, "Oh, the Jets got Geno Smith," and there was like a pause. He was like, "Are you okay? Are you gonna be okay? Do you need like a hug, consoling?" They give up a 6th-round pick for him. That he didn't know that was a pick swap at the time. But Jets being Jets.
The other team that I was going to mention is I don't know what the hell they're doing is the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know what the hell they're doing. I don't mean that just because they signed Tua.
I know, but they brought in they had to have the dual lefty threat. Can we call it threat?
I honest to God thought that oh my God, now his name escapes me. Who did they hire as their coach from Cleveland?
Stefanski.
Stefanski, thank you, Kevin Stefanski. I honestly God thought Stefanski was like a solid coach, like a good hire, and then Kevin Stefanski in 2 weeks has turned the Atlanta Falcons into the Cleveland Browns. It's like, wait, what are we doing? How the hell did this happen? I don't understand their moves. I like Carolina. I think they overpaid Jalen Phillips, but I also think that was a big time need for them. They needed an edge rusher.
Good job, Carolina. Good job.
Well, I love Jalen, so
yeah, well.
I also like that they signed Devin Lloyd. Big Devin Lloyd fan. I think he's a great off-ball linebacker. They also go ahead, bud.
No. Finish that thought. I have a question.
Did Isaiah Simmons? You guys cut him? I thought he played for you guys. It says they re-signed Isaiah Simmons. I didn't know he ended the year in Carolina.
Yeah, we cut him a while ago, a couple years ago.
Oh shit! All right, well,
it wasn't last year.
I think the Saints have decent. I know a lot of people are like Travis Etienne. They already have Alvin Kamara. I think that's an offense that these playmakers, and Tyler Shuck played a hell of a lot better than I think any of us thought he was going to play.
Mm-hmm.
So,
for sure.
I think that's a great fit.
We watched it. We were thinking, oh, this is some good shit. We just came off that Eagles win, and then we went to New Orleans, and they came back and won on us. Then Denver happened, and that's it. Daniel Jones got signed.
He got paid.
What do you think about the deal?
They had to pay him. I mean, it's labeled as 200. Really, it's 288, and it's 288 with most of that money coming in year one. So technically speaking, if it doesn't work out year one, they can move on, and the cap hit's not going to kill them. I think the more questionable thing for the Colts was well, go ahead. Let me go first.
Timmy, Daniel Jones gets paid again. Gets another nice deal coming off last year, playing through a broken leg and a torn Achilles and all this stuff. But before that, he was leading the best offense in the league.
I mean, we knew it. We knew it. No, I don't know. Hey, listen, good for him. That's all I'm going to say. It was good for him because he wasn't worth the money that we gave him, but I wasn't going to bitch about it like everybody else did because it turned out to be like nothing.
It was a 2-year deal, basically.
Yeah, but the Colts are desperate at this point. Like I said, so why not give him his money? You're going to opt out in 2 years again, like the last time if they wanted to. Good for them. Good for him.
Making a lot of money.
Hey, and let me ask you a question real quick. What the Bengals do?
So the Bengals, I was actually just looking at them. So the Bengals, they've signed Dalton Reisner. They re-signed Dalton Reisner. They signed Boye Mafe from Seattle, 3 years, $60 million. I actually really like Boye Mafe. I think that's a good pickup. They re-signed Jalen Davis, and then they signed Brian Cook from Kansas City. I also like Brian Cook. So they brought in 2 decent defensive players. I like both those players, so it's an okay offseason, but I mean this is a typical Bengals offseason, not really doing a whole lot, hoping to get better. So
Yeah, they'll finally fix the defense, and then Joe Burrow, the offensive line will crumble, and, and he'll die, like he does every year.
that's how it goes.
Well,
I'm just
he's
saying,
got those pass rushers in that division.
in your Madden, playing Madden fantasy, you got Madden right in front of you right now, right? You're like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this. Are you the Jets? Do you give up those 2 firsts, maybe a couple other firsts, and take a shot at a Joe Burrow who cannot be happy? He can't. I don't care what anyone says. He cannot be happy in Cincinnati. But if you're the Jets or with all these picks, do you take a shot?
No. The rest of my team's not ready to compete, and he's already 29. I wouldn't do it. They're not going to get a quarterback this year. Gino's going to be their guy, but
Next year.
But see, next year supposedly it's going to be a better quarterback class. Granted,
Yeah.
this year
Yeah, that's what I mean.
quarterback class. I wouldn't, just because I say that, but the thing I'm bad about, especially from a video game perspective, when you talk about things like Madden, for me with Madden, I'm always trying to build future, and then when the future starts coming is when like I'll start looking to like throw futures at an older player to bring in to solidify the team. I don't think they're in a position for that. I mean, their offensive line got worse. Their weapons are terrible, and I don't know why Joe would want to go there, other than the fact it's New York. Really, it's not. It's New Jersey. But,
well, not just the Jets. I'm just saying any team with the capital to grab them.
I would have to. So, oh yeah, I would trade for him in a heartbeat, 100%.
And not just the Jets.
You know who should be trying to trade for him, and no one has talked about them making a crazy splashy move like this. The Minnesota Vikings. If the Minnesota Vikings traded for Joe Burrow today, they are Super Bowl favorites tomorrow. Instantly. It is a ready-made Super Bowl contender. That is all they need. They have a good offensive line.
Wait a second. I don't. Before the dozens of fans clap back at you for that, are you trying to say that if they sign Kyler Murray, they're not instant Super Bowl contenders?
If you're telling me my options are
clarify.
If you're telling me my options are give Kyler Murray the Daniel Jones deal or trade 3 first-round picks for Joe Burrow, I'm going to trade 3 first-round picks for Joe Burrow.
Out of here, boom.
Done. Like, I wouldn't even blink. I'd be like, yep, here they are. Yep, I would. The Vikings are a team. I'm trying to think if there's any other teams that would be like ready-made Super Bowl contenders if they traded for Joe Burrow. Honestly, the Colts. If the Colts hadn't re-signed Daniel Jones, them trading for Joe Burrow, ready-made Super Bowl contender. Here's one that's off the wall. If Denver traded Bo Nix and picks for Joe Burrow, Denver instant Super Bowl favorite.
Yes.
Instant. Trying to go through.
Do you guys see that the picture of him with Jessica Alba, and all of a sudden they were dating, but then she's back with her actual boyfriend,
husband.
Didn't they just divorce?
I don't know.
I thought they called it off. Are they still getting
did
divorced?
they?
No, they're already divorced. I don't know.
Oh, you know who did call it off? Call it Dak.
I'm not Googling it.
Dak Prescott. Him and his fiance, they called out the wedding. Of course, the email leaked. How bad of a friend do you have to be to Dak Prescott to get the cancellation and then just blast it online? Here you go. TMZ.
I'm trying to think. So who are the teams I said so far? I said Indy. I said Denver. I said Minnesota. Is there a 4th team that like instantly is a Super Bowl contender with Joe Burrow? I don't think so. I think that's probably the only 3. I mean, there's probably a couple teams where like if you could trade your quarterback and 2 first-round picks for Joe Burrow, it would be an improvement. I don't know who they are specifically. I don't think it makes sense for Dallas because I don't think Dallas is good.
Yeah.
Everyone's hyping their offseason. I think it's been whatever.
Every fucking year. Oh, the Cowboys had the worst defense in the league last year. This is their year. What have they done on defense? Nothing.
Didn't they just trade one of their tackles too? I know they got Rashawn. Tell me how they paid a 4th-round pick for a player that was getting released. That blew my mind. Rashawn Gary. I like Rashawn Gary, but I didn't understand that.
Jerry Jones is the greatest GM in history. That's why.
As a Giants fan, you can say that confidently.
Hey, he'll say it confidently too.
He's my favorite GM in history. As long as he keeps them down for another 30 years, he's my favorite GM ever.
Well, I don't.
If you're the Eagles, would you trade Jalen Hurts and 2 first-round picks for Joe Burrow?
No, sorry, that's a Giants fan. Sorry, that's a Giant. I could not. I'll vomit seeing Joe Burrow in an Eagles jersey.
You're saying if you were the Eagles, you would do that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's an interesting one. I think that I'm trying. Is there any other teams? I don't think there is.
AJ Brown is like, man, I'm the happiest guy out here. Joe Burrow's here. Let's do it.
AJ Brown's like, actually, I'll take a pay cut.
He's nice and clean.
Minnesota makes the most sense
of him. He's running out of options on where to be traded to. The Patriots brought in from Romeo Doubs. Thank you very much, from Green Bay. The Bills got their guy. Alec Pierce re-signed. Alec Pierce now the 7th highest paid wide receiver in history. Is that what I read, or something like that?
He's the 7th highest paid receiver in football right now. I don't know if it's history.
Okay, sorry, I overstepped.
A player that's never had 50 catches in a season, by the way. That was what I was going to say earlier. I have no problem with the Daniel Jones deal. They vastly overpaid for it. And I love Alec Pierce. I think he's really good. I just don't.
And then we're talking about we're talking about like him and obviously some of the punters and these guys getting $6 million and whatnot because the salary cap went up to 301. So they're spending and punters are getting paid. And obviously so are centers at $27 million a year and whatnot. Kenneth Walker goes to the Chiefs. Did we talk about that last week, Timmy? I don't think that had.
I don't think he had signed yet.
Yeah, no, we didn't have Kenneth Walker going anywhere really. We weren't really. Yeah, I thought KC would have been a great trade partner because I thought they would want to go after Jeremiah Love big time. And now it's
Kenneth
Walker.
What we talked about.
I think they're out.
That was your fear. That was your fear.
Yeah,
you don't want them going to Kansas City.
Better Kansas City than Washington. That's for sure.
See, you think like a true fan. Where the Chiefs are not our concern. Don't be a Commander, an Eagle, or a dumb stupid Cowboy. And you mentioned Jalen Phillips to the Panthers. Let's jump to your new quarterback.
Hold on, before we do our own teams, is there any other teams you want to call out for who you think have done really well or really bad thus far in the offseason?
The Raiders done very well. Whether it's going to work out or not, who knows? Because it's the Raiders. But hey, they went hard. They stole our center.
I'm not crazy about the edge signings. I'm not crazy about giving Kwity Paye $16 million a year. I don't think Kwity Paye is worth that. I like most of the rest of the moves, though. I like bringing back Eric Stokes. I like trading for Teron Johnson, which I don't understand why the Bills wanted to cut him, but that's a separate discussion. I love the fact that they bring in 2 ready-made linebackers in Quay Walker and Nakobe Dean, who actually complement each other very well and you can put on the field at the same time. Obviously, Tyler Linderbaum goes without saying. I think it's a lot of money to pay a center, but you're also going to have a rookie quarterback, so having a good center is very valuable. And he's going to do wonders for golly, my brain's fried. Ashton Genty. There you go, Ashton Genty. So
and he's only 25.
Linderbaum, yeah, he's crazy young. He's actually going to hit free agency again at 28, which is insane.
28 years old. That's crazy for it. Yeah, and great move by him. Yeah. I think we've covered a lot of it.
I wanted to touch on the Patriots. I thought they've had a really strong offseason.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to mention what's his name. You want to go a little bit deeper into the Patriots? We did lose Wan'Dale Robinson to the Titans.
We can. I'll jump to them after New England. They signed Elijah Vera Tucker, 3 years, $42 million. The only knock on Elijah Vera Tucker is health. when he plays. He's a very, very solid interior guard. I thought that was a great signing for them. They needed offensive line help. Reggie Gilliman, I know it's a fullback, and we shouldn't talk about fullbacks, but I think Reggie Gilliman is a great complementary piece for them offensively. I actually like the idea of Romeo Dobbs playing receiver for them.
Yeah.
I don't think Romeo Dobbs is an alpha, but they didn't pay him as an alpha. They paid him $70 million a year, which is under 20 per, or $70 million over 4 years, which is under 20 per. Phil Margera. They're saying Tim looks like Phil Margera.
Well, we get all the lookalikes today. I got Statham. Where's you, Ant?
Wait. I want to talk about fullbacks. The new Giants fullback I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get to the Giants because I did want to talk about their offseason too. The other signings for the Patriots were Draymond Jones and Kevin Byard. I think that the Draymond Jones one is actually really interesting. Draymond Jones is a very, very good defensive lineman. He's not the flashy edge rusher that I think a lot of people would have liked for them to go after. But in terms of what he can do for them and what the defense they already had in place, it makes a lot of sense to bring him in Tennessee, or not from Tennessee, to bring him in. I think he was in Denver, if I'm not mistaken. Funny, he did play in Tennessee, but somehow did not overlap with Mike Vrabel, which was weird. And then Kevin Byard, who did for Mike Vrabel for a number of years. That was all. And then you mentioned Tennessee. Where are they? They're right there. They have been very, very busy.
Very busy.
They trade Devondre Sweat for Jermaine Johnson. I actually really like that trade. I think I didn't bring that up as a negative in terms of the Jets because I think that trade makes a lot of sense for both teams. The Jets get someone they can use to anchor the interior of their defensive line. The Titans get an edge rusher, which they vastly needed. They also got John Franklin Myers, who's a player that I've liked for a really long time. Is a good defensive lineman for them. They bring in Wan'Dale Robinson, which you guys talked about. I saw a couple of people like batting eyelashes that are going like, how much did Wan'Dale Robinson get paid? And I'm like, it's under 20, and he's a quality receiver. That sounds right. Like, I don't have a problem with that. I really like their offseason as well. I thought they've had a really solid goal of getting good. They've built up offensive line depth. They improved the defense. They got Cam Ward with them. So
Phil's falling asleep, says Rampage. Let's reel Timmy back in here, and let's get to the Giants.
All right, let's go to the Giants.
I always look like that though, so don't you know.
Timmy, kick us off with the Giants offseason.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy. I think every year I'm happy, so I'm not gonna get too excited. But I like the Isaiah Likely. I love the Tremaine. I mean, you know, he's on the downside, sure, but he's still gonna be one hell of a linebacker for us. I think he's gonna, you know, gonna solidify that fucking group that we needed so bad. Pat Ricard? Pat's his name, first name Pat, right? Ricard?
Patrick Ricard, yeah.
Now you're gonna have him and Scatterboo back there, fucking running a goal line. We better be above 95% from inside the fucking 3-yard line. Better. I don't want to hear any more of that tush push bullshit. Just pound that goddamn ball in there with those two idiots. It's got to be done. I know why Isaiah Hodgins we brought back.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, we got two cornerbacks, two brand new cornerbacks. I think the way we had our free agency is the way we saw the draft's going to go, which is why I think it's going to be Caleb Downs because of what we did in free agency. I am pretty much happy though. I thought they had a great first 2 days. I don't think, you know, if they're going to make a trade here and there, that's fine. But I am happy the way they did it.
Yeah, I likely at tight end. That's huge.
And he's young, right? He's young, 25?
26, I believe.
26? He's going to help tremendously too. You know, you got to get Dart those weapons. I'm not happy.
The weapons.
I'm not happy with the Robinson.
You're right. He's 25.
Yeah, I'm not happy with the Robinson left. But you know that's the business. And why you want to go play for Dable, I have no idea. But okay, good for you.
I don't know. Maybe he sees a bigger role for himself there. But he was the volume guy. He had really good year last year.
Yeah, good for him.
Especially,
but yeah, I'm happy with what they did. I say good first day, good second day. I don't think they overspent for anybody. I think the contracts of all were really good. You know, 2 years, 3 years, nothing too crazy. and I think they're done. I think that's it. They got to wait now for the draft, unless they make a few more little trades here and there or something like that. But they're pretty much done as far as the biggest shock was Evan Neal bringing him back. I don't know what the hell they're thinking with that.
I think that had a lot to do with the fact the coaching staff overturned.
Yeah, that's a little.
I don't think he would
it.
have come. I don't think he would have come back if not for the coaching staff being completely overturned. Because he didn't seem like he was having fun in New York either. So it seemed like he was gone. I agree. I was shocked when I saw he resigned. They haven't released the terms on that one, but I'm expecting it's a very minimal deal. I agree on the Tremaine Edmonds one. You guys, I was a little surprised that you guys cut Okereke. I thought he was pretty good for you guys. But basically, you just got a little bit younger at the position for roughly the same amount of money. So there's nothing wrong with that. I think Tremaine Edmonds is a good player. I thought bringing back Elminor, however you say his name, I actually thought that made a lot of sense for you guys. I thought he was probably your best offensive lineman for large parts of the year last year, and so bringing him back made a lot of sense to me. And then, of course, Isaiah Likely and Patrick.
I just lost him. Okay.
No, I think running the two tight end stuff with Likely and Theo Johnson on the field at the same time, and then Patrick Ricard moving around, I think that makes a lot of sense offensively. You can kind of see the idea of what they want to do offensively, and it's obviously going to be run first still, which makes sense. Which is one of the reasons I do think you guys might be onto something with Jeremiah Love at 5. I personally think I'd probably lean offensive tackle, but I understand it. No, it's a solid offseason. Nothing flashy, nothing over the top. Like Timmy said, nothing more than 3 years. That's pretty much the sweet spot where you want to be. You know, if the player plays good for you for 2 years, okay, you give them a little extra. If they don't, you move on. So, good offseason.
Yeah, and then the guarantees money's gone anyway, so it's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Can we talk about Miami real quick?
Talk about the Miami Dolphins before we get up on that here.
I was actually shocked that they signed Malik Willis. I was positive he was going to Arizona. Positive. All the reports pre-free agency were Arizona's going to get him. He's going to Arizona. He's going to be their quarterback. And I thought it made sense. It's like, okay, that makes sense. They're getting rid of Kyler. They're a little further along in their rebuilding process than we are. Mm-hmm. You know, it makes sense. And then, like, Malik Willis to Miami for 3 years, $67.5 million. I was like, all right. It's not as much money as I thought he was going to get, so that's cool. I thought he was going to be more in the 75 to 80 range. So a little bit of a haircut there. It's basically a 2-year deal. And if he plays great for 2 years, you give him an extension. And if he doesn't, you move on. Cool. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
It is what it is. We're not. Yeah, whatever.
For what you guys are going through with the whole Tua situation and dead cap hit, that's him agreeing at that dollar amount. That's good. That's what you get. That's probably the best that you could have hoped for, right? Outside of landing Geno Smith.
No, I think
that would have been the move. You could have cock blocked the Jets from getting Geno Smith.
Might be better to let them get Geno Smith in that scenario.
Hey, he's finishing. He's going to be that's Cody Rhodes. He's going to finish the story with the Jets.
Yeah.
I was 18. They drafted Geno Smith, and 18 quarterbacks later, he's back.
Amazing.
18 fucking quarterbacks later. That's insane. That's insane. I can't believe that's a real thing that's happening.
All right, so Ant, how do you feel? The Tua thing's over.
They did what I wanted them to do. I said earlier in the season I wanted to see them move on from the trifecta, get rid of Greer, get rid of McDaniel, get rid of Tua, start from scratch. They actually did it. They haven't done it exactly in the way I envisioned, but they've done it, and that's all that matters. So we'll see what happens. It's I will say this is probably the first time in a long time where we've had a regime change, and I'm not going into it super excited. I'm just kind of like, okay, well, we needed something different, thank God. But I'm not like, oh, we're going to be great in 2 years. Like, I'm like, we'll see how it goes. I really don't know because there's nothing there right now that's probably going to be here in 2 years. So
it's called PTSD.
Yeah, I think it's finally settled in for me after 30 some odd years of mediocrity. Yeah.
All right. Really wish Mello would have been here. To talk through some of these things. We really would have loved his take on Mike Evans going to San Fran. I think Rampage Jake is a it looks like a 49ers fan. Looks like a 49ers helmet there.
I got a note. I got a note from Dave right here. It says, "Gentlemen, from now on, call me Mr. Waukee." I said, "Okay, that's all he wants."
The demands are starting.
The man just started. If you want me back, Mr. Waukee, that's what he wants from now on. So remember that in negotiations, Steve.
I gotcha. I gotcha. United States advances. Italy wins 9-1.
Don't you? You secretly like the fact that your Paisans beat them, huh? Come on,
Yeah,
a little
Beat
bit.
Mexico.
Absolutely.
No, I mean they beat the USA. That little bit of Italy came screaming out of you.
No, because I had a Mets start in the game. McLean, because of 2 bombs in the first few innings. It was a New York bookend of failure. McLean comes in, gives up 3 runs, right? And then Judge strikes out to end the game. Mets fail, Yankee fail to close it out.
And they'll get blamed for the whole goddamn thing if they don't win it.
So that's good. They advance, so I can actually go to a game down here.
Oh, by the way, if you get a chance, Michael K did I know you're Michael K, if you like him or not, but he did a little rant about Judge. I think everyone should at least check it out because it's like really good.
Okay.
We're talking about how Judge gets blamed for everything and this and that, but you don't understand what we're watching when we watch him, and stop blaming him for all the losses. And really, it was a really good rant. I'll see if I can find it where I can post it.
That because baseball, you of all sports, you can't blame one person.
Yeah,
just can't do it. Unless they do the entirety of the fucking up in a certain game, but that's tough. But when you look at a guy like Judge and what he's done, what are you blaming him for? Hitting 60. One other thing about the World Baseball Classic. Did you see what Cal Raleigh? Everybody wants to call him Kyle Raleigh. It's Cal Raleigh. Did you see what he did?
Yeah.
So he is teammates in real life and with Seattle with Randy Arozarena, and Arozarena plays for Mexican team. Cal plays for the United States team, and he's a catcher. So Arozarena goes to dap him up at home plate, and Cal just leaves him hanging there. And so basically, Cal didn't want to dap him up because they're playing on different teams. And then Randy Arozarena does this fantastic interview in multiple languages after the fact. And he basically said that Cal Raleigh is lucky that his parents are so nice because he met his parents. They gave him a hug, wished him luck and everything. He said, but basically he told me to go fuck myself by not. That's gonna be interesting now.
Doesn't that sound tongue in cheek though? Doesn't that sound a little tongue in cheek? Like maybe like they were just fucking with each other?
I thought so, but then he was really serious in that post game interview. Like very serious. Like that story. Like he said, I'll say it in multiple languages.
That's dumb.
I think it's tongue in cheek. That's kayfabe. That's kayfabe.
Kayfabe.
It took fucking.
All right.
It took 10 years for Larry Bird to say hello to Magic Johnson. It's just competitive. Some guys are just competitive that way.
But that's what what would have happened if he would have dapped him up? People, fans of the United States were like, "Oh, it's sports. There's too friendly now, and you can't win." Exactly what we said about in the opening earlier. You can't win. People complain. People are gonna love it, and there's no in between.
Dude, I'm in the media capital of the world with that bullshit. Every day it happens. I can't stand it.
Well, Italy is undefeated 4-0. So is Japan, and then whoever wins Venezuela and Dominican Republic tonight will be undefeated as well. That's Dominican Republic has scored 34 runs. I think you mentioned the actual differential, but 34-5 in the World Baseball Classic. All told. All right. Think we got everything covered here. Everybody. Timmy, what do you got here on the way out?
Well, go USA. Make sure you win that. I don't want to see Dominican celebrate. What else we got? Good start by the Giants. I'm very happy. And we know what's coming up in a month. My favorite show of the year, the draft show. I love it. I love the draft show. I really do. We got all the music playing, and we read the picks before they're released. I love doing that shit. It's fucking phenomenal.
It's great. And this time around, Suns games are baseball Monday and Wednesday, so I'm good on Thursday.
Nice.
They're not gonna fuck with
and I'll have cable this year. I can actually watch the draft, not just listen to you guys talk about it.
All right, Ant, what do you got here on the way out?
Not a whole lot. It's a weird season, with football kind of dying out. Hockey's been great though. Hope you guys are watching. Obviously not watching.
Hockey's been great for who?
And not for us.
It's been fun to watch. I watch a lot of non-Predators Panthers hockey. Obviously, Panthers aren't watching. Neither really are Predators, but no, it's been a very interesting season. Playoff hockey's coming, and it's the greatest time of year. Playoff hockey starts. So
Rangers are the third worst team in the NHL. So.
Well, don't worry. Gary Bettman's going to have you guys win the fucking draft lottery because he loves you so much. And this time it'll be with an actual good player in the draft. So
I feel like it was just yesterday when Timmy was screaming because the Rangers won in overtime against, I forgot who it was, a couple of years ago. And now we're here. We are. Here we are.
Oh, yeah. Hockey's on. Forgot. Thanks, Rangers.
My sister will text me like the other day against Philadelphia. She'll text me. I was like, oh, forgot about that.
Yeah, my the game's on. And they're losing already. 13 seconds in. I was like, what the fuck? I had to be opening face-off. Opening face-off, they scored the goal. I was like, you got to be shitting me.
Your boy's playing better with all the trades. Lafreniere, he's looked good here lately. Getting to play like 20-something minutes a night now.
He better.
Orlando actually won that game tonight. They beat Cleveland.
So you guys are still in third, so we're still playing you in the first round.
It's a good thing. Knicks are down by 10 against Utah. This is in third quarter. I'm gonna go after this show is over. I'm gonna go watch that game. I'm gonna be miserable for a third night in a row. Monday, miserable Clippers. Last night, miserable Team USA. Tonight, miserable the Utah Jazz. All right. I heard that. Heard that after the fact. The Utah Jazz. All right, that does it for us this week. We talked about a lot of stuff. 6 weeks until the draft. 2 weeks until opening day of baseball. Yes, Anthony, baseball is still a thing. And about 6-ish weeks.
One more time. Yeah. Last one. The final. Here's my last one. I'm actually going to a preseason, a spring training game on Saturday.
You stop it right now. What are you doing there?
Yes.
Where are we going?
So I'm going.
Braves?
I'm going with a buddy of mine, Zach Bryan, on Saturday night over in Tampa at Ray J. And I'm going to go earlier in the day Saturday, and we're going to Phillies Yankees. I think it's right. It's where we're staying is like feet away from both stadiums. So yeah, that'll be cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Nice.
You'll let us know how that goes.
Gonna have a hot dog and watch baseball. Gonna feel American for a few minutes.
America. All right, that'll do it for us. We got playoff NHL and NBA playoffs also coming right around the corner. So that does it for us this week. 137 in the books. We'll talk to you guys next week. Maybe Dave will be here. Maybe not. Maybe we got to call him something else. But until then, peace out, everybody.
Deuces.
The Florida Panthers win their second consecutive Stanley Cup. For the first time, the NBA champion resides in Oklahoma City. Seattle reigns above them all in the NFL. To beat the champ, you gotta knock him out. The Dodgers stand tall.
You are dealing with the best in the world.
Acknowledge me.